What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today is the 19th of November, and we are doing this breakdown on NASDAQ 100. So let's get right into it. So right now we're just screaming higher. So I'm still in this trade that I took from, when was it? Monday. Yeah, I think I got an entry on Monday after it sold off. So let's see which daily candle is it. So this is Thursday, this is Wednesday. No, this is Tuesday. No, this is Wednesday. So this is Tuesday. So I got an entry yesterday, actually. Got an entry yesterday on this pair. Now we have a huge gap up. This is just crazy how this market it gaps in both directions. So we had gaps coming to the downside, and now we have gap going back to the upside. So let me see if I can mark out this. So this would be a new day opening gap. Let's see if this maintains. Chances are we could come down and fill this because it's just crazy how we close all the way down here and open all the way back up here. But yeah, it is it is what it is, you know. That is a huge gap. But NVIDIA earnings delivered strong. So what I'm seeing is we went up today. I don't know what type of news brought us all the way up today. I didn't even get to take an entry. I took an entry over here in London. If I had gotten a better entry down here, which would have been from the midnight macro, when we came back to test this area, I thought I would have gotten stopped out. I could have gotten another entry down here, but I didn't. So I couldn't get into the trade as how I wanted to. So the trade played out decent, went into profit. I think I closed out majority of it up here. I just got like 0.5% on this trade as I entered during this macro around 450 to 510. I just tried to catch a breakout. We were holding this 5 minute as well as 3 minute favor the gap inside of here, and I realized we're holding, so I just entered. I think I entered on this candle right here. We came down a bit. I had to move my stop a bit, so I was risking $12.50 overall, and then I moved my stop to about $25, and then it came all the way up, and by the time we get into NY or early NY around the 7 a.m. macro, we started to roll over, came down. It stopped me out here because I left a little runner. It stopped me out here, and then we skyrocketed all the way up, running the previous daily highs. So the previous daily high was somewhere up here that we ran, and then now we reverse. I could have got, well, let's not even say I could have. There was no way for me to get into the trade today because I was just so busy at work. I couldn't manage to focus. Like during this time, I was literally busy. So looking back at here, I know I could have gotten into the trade, and then during the PM session I couldn't manage to get in either. But this PM session, the PM macro, this macro here, both the PM silver, well, it would be the PM silver bullet. So when we retrace back into this order block here, could have gotten an entry during this macro. This would have been the 415 to 445 ICT macro, and then even inside this 4, when I say 14, it's 250 to 310 macro, which would have been power hour before the market closed. Could have gotten an entry to end there, and we just gapped up and continue higher. I think NVIDIA might have reported some positive earnings expectations and everything good, and we just gapped up and continue running. So we ran the previous daily highs before kind of retracing down, still close at the highs, and we actually the the open of the previous candle. This one gapped up, and we don't feel the gap as yet. Don't think this showing me an accurate representation, but we just gapped up, continue higher. So the next target is all the way up here. Don't know if we're going to pull back and fill the gap a bit, but this is the next target up here. We didn't break structure really on the daily. We had a change of character, but we didn't really break structure. We just came back into the same opening gap from the Trump tweet. And looks like we want to head back higher. I'm still holding my position from down here. Let us see if we make it back to all-time highs, but we're taking it one day at a time. So let's see what NFP delivers tomorrow, and then we can determine that. So see how we're looking here on the daily time frame. This is a chart with the already pre-configured analysis. So gap up, even the weekly candle ending up flipping back bullish. So it looks like just a liquidity sweep, and see my entry all the way down here. So the monthly candle is trading back up, and the weekly candle flip back bullish. We have pretty much, I think we have about a week left. So we have all of next week left in this month. The rest of this week and all of next week, the government should be back open and everything should start to flow. But we have all of the bad data that it was delayed to come out. Now, like I said, the first major target is where I have the TP here. I might move it, but I know we're not. let's not say we might not. We might not make it all the way up here in one day if we're going to continue bullish. But let us see if this is the low for November, and then we're going to continue back to the upside. That's the daily time frame. This is what the 4 hour looks like. So one 4 hour candle already closed because it's now around 9:30, and we're heading up just the same. I wanted to get home to get an entry inside this here because I knew we would have just continued up, but that wasn't the case this time. Let us see what we get for London session. But we continuing up, 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 up. So 4 hour. This is the 15 minute. This is the 15 minute. So today's price action was two-sided. We started the day here, gapped up, came down, midnight open right here, came all the way up, traded back down to the new day opening gap down here, and that held us. We came and swept some liquidity here, and we tap into this order block from here. Now this order block was the one that took the liquidity and tapped into this demand level here, and that was what sent us higher. So we could have caught a sell as well as a buy, but this was a really quick move targeting these highs here and trading into this new week opening gap, ran the previous daily high right here. So like I said, the next target is the previous daily high up here. So let us see what we get. There's nothing much for me to go over there, but that is pretty much it. So like I said, there's this big gap sitting right here on this chart. There's a big gap here. I don't know if we trade down tomorrow, come to fill it, but equilibrium is now all the way down here on the 15-minute time frame. I don't know if we make it down here because when this thing decides to buy, it's just going to continue buying. So let us see what we get going for tomorrow. The 1 hour time frame, we're looking like this, and the 4 hour, we use this 4 hour candle like an order block. Price came all the way down into it and realized where the candle closed, and then we went back up, and then now this candle opened right here and we just continuing up. So let us see what we get. This is actually a supply level, but I don't think this is going to hold. But let me see what we get for this new candle and see if we're going to continue up. Like, I just like how my little sniper inch that I wish I could have held with the full volume, but I'm not there yet. And I didn't take this trade with the magic keys. I took this entry at work, so I didn't get to use the full size that I wanted to use. So I partial really heavy, really early. So I locked in almost 1% on that trade, and I just left a little runner. I just see how long we're going to continue running like this. But that is pretty much it for today's video. I will catch you guys on the next one, next episode tomorrow. Peace.